Well, you know how opposites attract. Well, definitely true in the case of Steve and I. He can be so forgetful, and I'm like the opposite. He loves to get and to send really mushy cards. So I've learned to buy those for him. I would much rather buy a funny card. I think funny cards are the best, but that's me. He is a nervous wreck half the time, pacing, worrying about stuff. Like I told you it's like I would not pay the water bill. But that's the first thing that comes to his mind is, you didn't pay the water bill, that's why we don't have any water. So, it's just a yin to a yang. That's what we are. And so I've got some funny stories to tell you about we'll call him my yang. So one thing about Steve, super, super gullible. He will believe anything. And it takes a lot for me to believe some stuff because, obviously my dad was full of it. And I kind of learned to be like that too. So, one of the first times that my sister came to visit, she had bought some candy. Well, it was lemon, and she asked Steve if he wanted a piece of candy, and he loves lemon, so he's sucking away on it, and I'm like, no, I don't think so. Well, pretty soon, our whole apartment just smells like a cloud of garlic. Horrible. And he's in the bathroom going, spitting and washing his mouth out, and he goes to me, I don't know what to tell you, but you're going to have to tell your sister that candy that she gave me is rotten. Of course, I knew the candy had a garlic center, so we let him believe the candy was rotten for a while, but then, of course, the giggles started up, and he did find out. One of the things is Steve's constantly losing things. And he goes to work, and I see him come back in 2-3 times. He forgot this, forgot that. Well, he will not ever forget his phone here again, because one night he did, and I had so much fun. I posted on there that how much he loved to dance. I texted all these people these crazy memes, especially the people he worked with, and it was so freaking funny. And he had no idea what was going on until he realized he left his phone here. He will never do that again. I've also, he will lose, like I said, things. He lost his glasses one day, and that was the biggest hoot ever. So I'm helping him look for these glasses, and the man literally is going off the deep end. He is looking. He looks in the refrigerator. He looks in the coffee can. He is so wound up. He drops the coffee can. The grounds go everywhere, and I have to clean that up because the man is a flippin' basket case. Well, Casey shows up, and we went out. He went outside, and it had snowed, and Steve had been shoveling. Well, evidently he had taken his glasses off, and he was kicking snow around and found his dad's glasses laying in the snow. So we always joke when he's lost something, have you looked in the coffee can? Well, one day he lost his beads. By the time we got all said and done with it, he had the cats, had ripped him up, hid him somewhere, and he just was, you were going to have to order me a new pair, and he had lost it. Well, I did find those in the cheese drawer. So, yes, he is constantly losing things, constantly. It's always, 90% of the time, it's his glasses. So, I suppose 2 or 3 times a week, we are on a hunt for a pair of glasses that is always found in the stupidest spot imaginable. So, my aim is, I rarely put something where I can't find it, and if I can't find it, it's found within a short amount of time. I'm pretty good at where I put stuff, and pretty organized, and do have a pretty good sense of what I've done, but it's one of those things, yin to yang. His music preference, of course, is always Rush or Pink Floyd. Every time I get in the car, he monopolizes the radio. So about the only music that we enjoy listening together would probably be Journey. Um, I tend to like all different kinds of music. Country music, show music, a lot of the soundtracks like that. So yeah, we have a different taste in music, easy listening. I range quite a bit, but yeah, that's one of our yin to our yangs. Another thing is, if you look at my car, it's pretty clean. You're rarely going to find anything that's a mess in my car. His car, on the other hand, is full of fishing stuff. And anything that he possibly would need if he was stranded in the snow, like 100-degree weather in the summer. He has everything in his truck. Yeah, so when we drive the truck, there's just room for him and I. It drives me literally insane. Can't stand it. When it comes to other things, like he couldn't fry an egg and have kids in the house because he wouldn't be able to concentrate. This morning he walked outside and left a pan with ham and onions cooking on it while he talked to the dog poop guy about a dog that was running around. I, on the other hand, yesterday had 4 kids, including a baby, cooked an entire Easter meal, got everything cleaned up in the living room, and had the plates and everything out. And he can't. I still can do it. I can still do it after all these years. Pretty good. Learned how to monopolize my time. So, like I said, we're yin to yang. And sometimes maybe that's a good thing. And yes, it used to be a source of contention and fights between us because I would have to get all the kids ready anytime we went anywhere. And he would be like, oh, I need you to iron my shirt.
Can I go downstairs?
So all this stuff is,
Grandma.
things that you learn to work out. Yes, sorry, a little one asking me a question. But all in all, he is a good man. We all have to overlook some of those things that go on between us. But I hope you find your yang and that you're able to work it out and get things so that they become a zen feeling. We're to the point in our life where we never fight. So we joke. So funny thing, while I was talking to you, the kids all decided to go downstairs where, guess what? Grandpa's down watching TV, which he thinks he's going to be all by himself. It's not happening. I can handle the chaos, but it does get to him a little bit, so we'll see how long all that lasts. Everyone, have a great day.